Easily the biggest comic book game of the year is Insomniac's Spider-Man 2, the gigantic new sequel coming to PlayStation 5 this fall. It's got not one but two Spider-Men, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, and finally, Venom. We learned a bunch more about it right here at SDCC. Here to help me break down all the symbiote-suited secrets we found out are my co-hosts Max Scoville, Brian Otano, and Stella Chung. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
So, yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Our coworkers are clapping for us. Thank you. So we got this new story trailer. I think everybody got a chance to see that. I think one of the most important pieces about this, I think we know now that Harry, Peter's friend Harry, is going to be the main host of Venom, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of speculation about this, which meant that a lot of people were guessing about who it could be, and there were a lot of wrong answers, it's all part of the process, right? I think that's very fun.
Yeah. But it's weird because, like, at the end of the game, we kind of saw that teaser anyways. So
yeah,
the game or the trailer? End of Miles Morales?
I think it was at the ending of the game. Yeah, exactly.
They
right.
had a whole post-credits scene.
I get it's been a while. You know, people probably forgot, but
I can see that being misdirection.
You think so?
I mean, I feel like they
okay.
did a really good job of with the first game. They very much like played up the whole Mr. Negative angle, and he was like obviously a big part of it, but also like they had the Sinister Six in there. Like there was a lot of stuff that was kind of just like I feel like kind of saved from the trailers, and then it was a real fun surprise when you actually played the game. Mm-hmm. And obviously they're hyping up Venom for this one and Kraven, but I can't help but feel like we got a glimpse of Osborn in there, and I feel like there's something we're not seeing. I feel like there's another layer to it that's just waiting in the wings.
Yeah, we don't know for sure, but the trailer, it's bookended. Harry says we are going to save the world, and then it ends with Venom saying we are going to save the world. So I mean, I don't know. It seems a little bit on
There's
the
no wrong answers, really. I'm sorry, were you guys talking? Because I cannot stop looking at that game. It is like one of the most beautiful, I swear to God, that's like one of the best looking
What do we think of
ever made.
What do we think of their Venom? Their look of
Oh, it's awesome.
cool.
It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, like we've seen not great Venoms before, right? Not necessarily in video games, but Spider-Man 3. Yeah. But I think this is spot on the way they're handling it. It feels like comic accurate. It feels fun and playful and grotesque. And I like that they're playing up the horror side of it too.
I know.
Like I think that's a really good angle.
Because they have Tony Todd doing the voice.
Yes. Candyman.
himself, yeah. So.
Wait, did we say it at the same time? Because if we say it more.
Oh no!
Okay, that's it. You're at your quota. That's it.
So we know there's going to be some new areas of New York that we're going to be able to visit. One of them is Aunt May's house. You're going to be able to go inside.
I can't wait to swing around her living room and break all her fine china.
Miles, get out of here.
The most exciting thing, this is what people have been waiting for years. I want to go in Aunt May's house and I want to make a mess.
Yes.
I want to go to Coney Island though, because like I've never been in real life.
Oh, it's great.
And so like
What?
that's great. Well, okay, but I want to go, and I love that you can
There's
go
actually
there
a pre-order bonus if you get it. You get a free hot dog.
That's right.
You,
Yeah,
Not really,
and if
no.
you can eat 56 of them in 5 minutes, you get the world record.
Wow.
That's a real thing that they do.
That's
I
how you
hope that
platinum.
they do some stuff like if you spend too long in Peter's room at Aunt May's house, like she's like, "What are you doing in there?" Cody, you doing some banging on the door, and you're like, "Nothing. I'm not doing anything."
So I'll be a little bit skeptical about this kind of stuff. I think that the Manhattan background is phenomenal, and I think it's the perfect playground for Spider-Man. But there are parts of the city where there's parks and there's less structures and stuff like that. And that's replaying the original game recently. It kind of grinds to a halt. Like Peter literally stops swinging and it just hits the ground and he runs around and he looks a little goofy. And a lot of the outer boroughs, they're not really known for sprawling metropolitan areas. So I do wonder if they'll figure out a way to keep that energy going and that flow of combat and fighting and traversal.
Well, they do have the wingsuit now.
Yeah.
You're supposed to help with that, right?
I was going to say, I think that they're probably well aware of that, and that it does kind of fall apart when you don't have giant buildings for Spider-Man to swing on. And I feel like that makes a really interesting challenge to try to solve with new game mechanics. And that's what I'm excited about, because we know they can make a really solid, base beat 'em up, open world game, whatever you want to call it. But again, we've had two of them, and they're great. But what's new, play style wise, and some of that's going to be the black costume, but also I think they got to do something to traversal to keep it fresh.
Oh,
Sorry,
go
I was
for
just
it.
gonna say I kind of liked the fact that you had to get closer to the ground for park areas, because it kind of forced you to actually see all of the characters that were around New York, right? You get to see random things happening, and I'm just like, oh, this is actually you're right. We're in this populated city,
Yeah.
and it's kind of nice because you could be antisocial Peter Parker just going through the rooftops, and you're just like, oh wait, yeah,
Or
there are
you-
people here.
You swing a manhole cover around and scare the crap out of everyone
Yeah,
and keep them
it's
on their
pretty great.
toes. Let them know who's
Yeah,
boss.
but then they still want to take a selfie with you afterwards,
They
which
do.
is great.
They do,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
I hope there's more stuff like that.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the things I really loved about the first one were just were kind of subtle details. I remember there's a whole text message conversation with Mary Jane where it legitimately, it's like, I feel like my girlfriend is mad at me in the video game. This is an odd sin. I just want to feel like Spider-Man, and now I feel like I'm in trouble.
Well, there was that interesting push and pull. I think they touched on in the panel a bit about like when Spider-Man wins, Peter Parker loses, and kind of vice versa, which I find like fascinating in terms of like this is a character that is dealing with both of these things at the exact same time, and you can only be so good at one side of it, and he's always struggling with that balance. And if he's an awesome Spider-Man, he's failing out of science class, and if he's doing great in science, then people are dying in New York. It's a tough balance.
So speaking of finding that balance, we did in the DLC, we did see that Yuri Watanabe, she kind of went off on her own.
Yeah.
And we saw a figure in the trailer. I'm sure we didn't even see half the things that are going to be in this trailer. Yeah. I think we're going to see Wraith in this game because she kind of had that turning to Wraith in the DLC, and I feel like we're going to get that, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, the trailer has this silhouette, and there's a lot of speculation about who that is, and I like that theory a lot. I think that works.
I'm sorry, a lot of these people are dead.
Oh yeah,
these people are just dead.
Oh, these people? Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh my God, yeah, no, absolutely.
Not having kids.
I mean, there's people in the first two games like if you jump off the Empire State Building and land directly in a guy's face with your fist, he's dead. His brain explodes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In addition to Aunt May's house, they also confirmed you'll be able to visit other known Marvel landmarks.
Oh.
What could that be in New York City?
There was the Marvel, there's the Avengers Tower, but I don't know about anything else.
Baxter Building.
That's true.
Doctor Strange's
Doctor
sanctum.
Strange's.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, Daredevil's law office building, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be in there.
Stop by the law office.
Yeah, yeah.
We're almost out of time. We have to mention the special edition PS5 console.
Oh, yeah,
that they
it's-
revealed,
Oh my God,
and the
yeah.
controller. I think it looks really, really cool.
So, yeah.
The best touch here is like I remember there was a special edition PS4 they put out for the first game, which was just all red with the white spider on it. I'm like, whatever. And this one is that with a symbiote on it, and it's a PS5. And I love that it makes so much sense thematically, and that's got to look so cool next to that if you still have a PS4 Pro hooked up next to the PS5. But
yeah, it looks like it's getting infected, which is awesome. The controller's my favorite touch too.
Controller's nice. I like the white spider on the trackpad.
Yes.
Yeah. Really cool. It goes. The pre-orders for that go live on July 28th, and then it'll start shipping on September 1st, about a month and a half ahead of the game. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, you don't have to buy the whole console. You can just buy the plates.
Finally.
Yeah.
More of that, please, Sony. Please.
So you can buy the plates and just a controller by itself. So after all this, how are we feeling about Spider-Man 2? I know everyone is already excited. Has it changed your level of excitement, Stella?
I feel like I reached the cap.
Okay.
And then I didn't think it was going to be further along, but then I saw that trailer and I was like, yeah, no, I'm so ready for this.
Next,
Yeah,
Brian.
I just want to play it.
Yeah.
I feel like I was like sort of confidently optimistic. Like I know what it's going to be. I know it's going to be good. And this trailer is the first one where I was like, oh wait, no, I'm really excited. Like I'm stoked. Like I don't have that hype fatigue anymore. I'm kind of like, okay, no, consider me interested again, fully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see Venom in this. All right, we'll have tons more coverage of Spider-Man 2 leading up to its launch on PlayStation 5 this October. But for now, What We Do in the Shadows is one of the funniest horror comedies in TV history, and it's back with a vengeance, kind of like a vampire. Take it away, Kim.